Okay, so like I said, I'm going to briefly go over frequencies and descriptive statistics, and then I'm going to open the floor up for any questions that you guys have about the first statistical assignment or the bonus point that's available to everybody. And really, frequencies frequencies are very straightforward. Basically, frequencies are just counts. Okay, so I might share the screen here a little bit too. Let me come up here. Okay, can people see that?
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Oh, bless you, Suan.
Excuse me, sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay. So here, this is the sample data set that we're going to be practicing on. So both the videos that are in the module from last week were on doing frequencies and descriptive statistics using this sample data set. The sample data set's available on Canvas in the week 11 module. And basically, when we're doing frequencies, all we're really doing is counting, right? So if we wanted to get the frequencies, let's say, of race in the data set, really like the most straightforward way would just be to go and count, how many people indicated a 0, how many people indicated a 1, how many people indicated a 2, and just literally count those. Okay, and those counts are essentially what a frequency is. Basically, is what frequency does this value occur in the data set? Okay, now in the videos I go through basically how you actually are technically supposed to create frequencies in Excel. And basically what you do is you create bins. And I'm not going to go over that content too much because that is definitely available in the videos. But maybe I will do a quick brief re-demonstration of that to hit some major points with this. So when you're doing frequencies and you're creating these bins, the first thing you want to do is you want to create a bin for each one of the values that appear in the data set. So here for race, we can see we have values 0, 1, and 2. And then here in our code book, we can see that race 0 is Caucasian, 1 is African American, and 2 is Hispanic. So we can see what those numbers mean. And then, so the first step in doing a frequency in Excel is creating these, what they call bins. But basically all they're saying is we want to know how many zeros are in the data set, how many ones, and how many twos. And when you do this, the first thing you do is you highlight the cells to the right of the bins and then one cell below. Okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to enter in our equation. And in Excel, anytime you hit an equal sign, it's basically telling Excel I'm about to do some kind of formula or some kind of equation. And when you run a frequency in Excel, you basically just write the word frequency, and then in parentheses, what you want to do is you want to highlight the variable we want to run a frequency on, all the cells of that variable. So that's D4 to D33. Put a comma, and then we want to indicate what the bins are. And there we can see that the bins are in C35 to C37. Close our parenthesis, and then we want to hit Control, Shift, and Enter at the same time. And that gives us the counts. So that tells us that there's 13 people who identified as being Caucasian or white, 14 African American, and 3 Hispanic. So for frequencies, that is pretty much all there is to them. The only other thing you can do with frequencies are get the counts, but also get the percentages. So the formula to get a percentage here is basically just dividing the frequency. So we're going to divide D35 by the total number of cases in the data set, and that is 30. We can put these in parentheses. Oh, didn't like the arrow button. And then we'll times that by 100. And that gives us a percentage. And a really cool thing we can do in Excel is once we've ran this first equation, you can use this like little magic key here to click and drag, and it will repeat that for all the cells that you click and drag for. So here we have the counts and then the percentages. Okay, I'm going to stop here for a second. Do folks have any questions about running frequencies in Excel?
For the one that you just showed of dividing and getting a percentage, what was that for again?
Yeah, that was for, we do frequencies, it gives us counts. Like it will tell us that there's 13 people that indicated as 0, 14, and 1. This formula for turning that into a percentage basically just gives you what percent of people indicated as 0. So a lot of times, you know, when you're reporting frequencies, you'll put, if we were to write this, we'd say something like, the majority of people in the data set indicated that they were Caucasian or African American. And then we put n equals 13 in parentheses, comma, 43.33%. So you basically report like the counts or the frequencies, but then you also a lot of times report like what percent they are in the sample as well.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions about frequencies? No. Now, you know, a slightly easier way to do this is to, let me see here. Your video screen is right in the way. Now, if you guys have an opportunity to download the data analysis tool pack in Excel, no, not yet. You definitely want to do that. What's that?
The document you sent, I think yesterday or something?
Yeah, yeah, I'm sorry. I still couldn't hear you. It's coming in kind of choppy.
I tried to open it, but it would just create a new icon on my desktop. But when I would try to open that one, it would just keep doing that.
Okay, yeah, it should just install it right into Excel. So what you want to do is go to Tools, and then it has these Excel add-ins. And when you click on that, what you want to do is click this Analysis Tool Pack, and then click OK. So that is, again, in Tools, Excel Add-ins, and then Analysis Tool Pack. And then what will happen when you do that is when you go to this data bar on Excel, you'll see all the way to the right this new icon, Data Analysis.
Okay.
And another way that we can get frequencies in Excel is by doing a histogram. So if we do a histogram, what we can do is we can highlight our cells that we want for race, all the values for race, and then click down and then highlight what bins we're using. And the bins are just the number of different values that are there for that variable. And then we can output the histogram here. Click OK. And there it gives us the frequencies again. And for some reason, it didn't give us the actual histogram. Oh, because you had to click chart output. There we go. It gives us a little histogram there, and gives us our values and our counts. So that's another way that you can do frequencies in Excel. So no questions about frequencies? Okay, and descriptive statistics are slightly easier than doing frequencies. Basically, let's say that we wanted to run the descriptive statistics for this depression item, CSD 20. What we do is we go to data analysis and then descriptive statistics. And then we would click on the data we want to analyze. And then we click our output range. You can either have the output come on a new worksheet. I'll just put it right here so we can see everything. Oh, you have to choose a statistical option. And it outputs it for us. So here, it'll give us the mean. The ones that we're really interested in are definitely the mean, the standard deviation, and the range. It'll also give us like the median and mode and things like that. But generally, what's reported with descriptive statistics are the mean, the standard deviation, and the range of scores. So descriptive statistics are a lot more straight, forward in terms of running the analysis in Excel. You basically just have to click in the data analysis tool pack the descriptive statistics setting and then highlight the cells that we want to analyze. So any questions about descriptive statistics? No? Okay. You guys have any questions about anything at this point?
No, I just have a comment that what a time saver. This is great.
The analysis tool pack?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It's nice because as long as you have Excel, it's free. So it's a free add-in that comes on all Excel packages. And, you can do a bunch of different stuff with it. You can do ANOVAs, correlations. You can do all the different types of t-tests. There's a bunch of them. You can do regression analysis, some other weird stuff. Yeah, you can do quite a bit of stuff with the analysis tool. It's nice because it's, as I said, as long as you have Excel, it's free. And SPSS costs a whole lot of money. So you guys probably aren't likely to have too much access to Excel or SPSS. yeah, I definitely recommend going through and watching the videos on frequencies and descriptive statistics, and you have an opportunity to earn a bonus point while you guys are kind of sitting back waiting on your grades from your group evaluation plans. Give those videos a watch, and to earn the bonus point, really all you have to do is basically replicate the steps I take in the video using this sample data set. So it's kind of walk you through how you like reverse score some items and how you calculate like a mean score from a scale, and then run a frequency and a descriptive statistic. And if you got to do that on the sample Excel sheet, what you want to do is submit those Sunday night by midnight. And as long as you can see that you guys put in the effort to try and do all the analyses, you guys can earn a bonus point. So I would definitely take advantage of that, especially if you're really trying to get an A and maybe you're on the border or you just want experience or practice doing it. Because this is basically what you guys are going to be doing for that first statistical analysis assignment.
Is the bonus point towards our paper or our overall grade?
Yeah, that's a good question. It really doesn't make a difference because the points in the class all sum to 100. Mm-hmm. So rather than give you a point, it's a point basically equals the same thing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So it is 1 point on your overall grade. The bonus point is. Yeah, so I would definitely encourage you guys to do this. Because for the first statistical analysis assignment, you're basically going to be doing frequencies and descriptive statistics, but you're going to be doing them on that Maslow burnout inventory spreadsheet that I shared with you guys via Canvas. So you're basically doing the same tests, but you'll kind of be doing them more out on your own. And there won't be a video demonstrating exactly how to do that with the MPI data set, just with this sample data set. So no questions about Excel at this point?
Will the bonus assignment more or less be the stats assignment, but without the guide we would get for the bonus point?
Yeah, like you're for the assignment, you're basically asked to run a couple frequencies and then compute some mean scale scores and then run some descriptive statistics using the data that you guys shared with me about how burned out you were, the MBI. So you're basically going to be using that MBI data set, but doing the exact same analyses that you guys can do for the bonus point. Yeah, so basically doing the exact same stuff, but just using a different data set to do it. Great. Okay, you guys are pretty quiet. So I imagine you probably will have some questions. Definitely feel free to email me and reach out to me with any questions you guys have as you start going through and working on the statistical analysis assignments. I strongly encourage everybody to watch the videos. They kind of go over each step in pretty sufficient depth about how to run a frequency and how to run a descriptive. And, when you're doing the bonus assignment and when you're doing the statistical analysis assignments, you'll want to keep those videos up and pretty much just like pause after each step. So you can get a strong handle on what it is that you're doing. And I think beyond that, I will have all the group evaluation plans graded and back to you by this Sunday. I'm going to give it Sunday at midnight. It won't be that late, but that's just kind of my target date when I'm going to have those grades back to you. So you guys will have those. And, we'll really just over the next few weeks start digging more into these statistical analysis assignments. Very good. I see some
Sounds great.
thumbs up, and
Yeah. Feeling good.
it's great.
Good.
It's great. I love the dream catchers, Haley. Those are awesome.
No, thank you. For my grandpa, thank you.
Nice. Yeah, I grew up on Seneca Reservation.
Oh, okay. My grandpa's Cherokee, so every year he gets me a new one. So
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Yeah, those are nice too. Those are really nice.
Yeah,
Handcrafted.
they're all handmade. Yep. Thank you.
Yep. Well, all right, everybody. If nobody has any questions, thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate it. I am going to have another virtual office hour on Saturday during when we would have class. Now, we didn't have a class date scheduled for Saturday, but I'm just going to start hosting some office hours. So as you're going through this stuff, you want to drop in, we can share screens, walk through steps, review content, all that stuff. But I definitely appreciate you guys showing up and asking really good questions.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for taking the time to host this.
Yeah, no problem. Well, have a good night, everybody.
You too.
Thank you.